Welcome back to the Bright Side Up podcast. Today we have our first guest of season 3, and let me tell you, they came at the perfect time for me personally. Selfishly, I needed this episode so much.
Well, and timely because Chelsea and I were both just chatting about the things that we don't like to do, tidying up around the house. And I think at the top of our list is laundry. We have that in common, right?
Yes, I loathe it. I'm happy to start it, but when it comes to
Sweet.
folding and putting it away,
I'm
it's
even I'm even not even that mad at myself if I leave it in the washer for like a day or two and I have to restart it again. I'd rather do that than fold it and put it away.
same. Oh my gosh. And it's just my husband is not that way. He's very good about keeping it going. And I share this in this episode, but he was just gone for this whole week and he was supposed to come back Friday night tonight. And he came back one night earlier. So I had 4 loads of laundry washed and dried, stuffed in different places. I put 2 of the loads in the dryer and then 2 in a hamper so it didn't look so bad. And then he had to switch his laundry and it was discovered. And this was a Friday morning before school. 4 loads of
I love how on top of Anthony is on everything because like he gets home from a trip and he like immediately does his laundry. Mine would have sat at least in the suitcase for a couple of hours, if not the
I
dirty clothes hamper.
my gosh, I absolutely had my tail between my legs this morning. Like, dang it, Chelsea, why? Try harder.
If I just reorganize it, he won't ever know.
Yes. So we do talk about laundry, and this is the Tidy Home Nashville who's coming on. They're 2 sisters. You guys are going to love them. And they really break it down to that it's not about perfection. And I think that's what stops me a lot of times and many things in life is like, oh, I don't know how to do it perfectly, so I'm not going to do it at all. And Erin and I chat all the time about how cleanliness is self-care. And we are both very clean people, I think. Like we keep things orderly, but that doesn't mean that there's not like a rogue drawer or, things that are piling up and that eats away at our sanity, right? Like you just you know when something isn't organized and then you know when something is. Like we all know the good feeling of like a clean car or an organized sock drawer. And so Meg and Ia help break it down how we can make this attainable and not overwhelming.
We are giving you guys all of the hints on how to have your own dopamine hits when it comes to tidying your house. And these sisters are just a joy. They're so fun. They make it relatable. They're really known for progress versus perfection. Organizations should really support your life and be realistic about it. And they are authors now on their own book. They're based out of Nashville, which was so fun to chat with them. But they also do like one-on-one calls. So you'll hear all about it. So let's bring in Meg and Ia.
Tell us the backstory. So you guys are sisters and you've started this business. How did this come about?
That would be
Yeah.
me. I'm the older sister. We just had always wanted to have a business together. It was in 2019, and I was watching like the Marie Kondo show on Netflix, and it just like really spoke to me. We are both organized people, so it's just kind of like a part of us. But I was just like, I think we could do this. Like, just something about watching that just had this like moment of like, this is something we could do. So I literally texted, I don't even know if I texted or called you.
I think you called me.
I guess I called her and I was just like, I think we should do this. And she said, okay.
I was like,
Like
sure.
a true ride or die sister. Sure. Sounds good.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
literally what she said. She was like, okay, where do we start?
It was so funny because our first day of like trying to be like professional organizers was April 1st. And I had actually got let go of a job that we were doing together because they just needed to downsize. I wasn't a bad worker, but Ia was like, well, we could take the day and just like take a beat to breathe because you just got let go. I'm probably going to get let go. And I was like, no, we have to start. Like, we can't keep putting this off. Like, if we're going to do this, we have to
She's
jump.
saying that like we thought about it for a long time. When I called her, it was like January or February, and we started on April 1st.
Yeah, but we were just like, we have to do it, like you can't wait for your dream. You have to like just start. So I was like, it doesn't matter that I just lost my job. Like this is like, we have to get into this and see if it's going to work. And then it's almost been 7 years. Like that's crazy to us.
We are such like advocates of start before you're ready. We talk about that all the time on here. Like it doesn't have to be perfect, just go.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
my goodness. 100% us. We always tell people we're not organized in the brain when it comes to like all the business things. We hire people for that. And then we get to be creative and have fun in like the homes, So I mean, we're so big on that as well. Like just to start somewhere, like, because I feel like we get in our way sometimes whenever you're trying to like do this, and this, and then you feel like you can never start because it's not perfect. But for us, we're like,
I was gonna say, I feel like it ties in so closely to our book though, is because like
yeah,
that's such a big part of why we wanted to write our book. Cause it's like I feel like people get so overwhelmed on like where to start. And it's just start.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be perfect. Like just start.
yeah, absolutely.
Now, was somebody in your family really organized, or was your family like hoarders? And so you went the opposite direction? How did you know you were like an organizers at heart?
For
No,
us, like our mom and dad, they're both pretty tidy people. I mean, not saying we didn't have like a random like rogue closet that was crazy, but I mean, I love all the memes. That's like my favorite thing when I was 10 was like reorganizing my room. Our mom would be like, "Hey, I just really need y'all to clean out your closets, or do you guys want to rearrange your room?" And we're like, "Yes, let's do it." We were so excited. I was like a very messy teenager. Do not let me steer you the wrong way. I was crazy. But as I got older and I became a mom, I need to keep a tidy home or I'm going to lose it. And
Yeah. So for someone like kind of feeling overwhelmed by clutter, what would you suggest is the first step to getting started?
you can't make it so difficult in your head. Like, I have to get everything super organized and everything has to be perfect. Like, I feel like that's overwhelming even for us. Start somewhere small. Do your junk drawer. That right there, it's small enough you can easily determine what's trash and what's like stuff that you're actually using. Like you can make decisive decisions, like very easy
yeah,
decisions so quickly, and you'll get that instant like, "Oh my gosh, that made me feel so good."
It is so
yeah,
true that it's like
absolutely.
addictive once you start doing it. That dopamine, I was looking at something you guys posted about like the dopamine of opening up your like cleaned out bathroom under the counter or the drawer. It's such a dopamine hit. But it
And I
is,
feel like it
Yeah.
gives you motivation to then take the next step, because if it doesn't give you anything, like you're not going to be motivated to then like tackle the next small space.
totally.
Yeah.
It's just getting started. This is such a perfect time. My husband was out of town all week this week, and I had a whole list of like, okay, I'm going to do the shoe closet. I'm going to do the junk drawer that we have, the find it drawer is what we call it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all these things. And then like I get in this weird procrastination of like, "Ugh, I don't know where to start." And so I start doing other things. And like everything else is getting done, but like
Yes.
I said I was going to do that and the laundry, which we need to ask you guys about laundry too.
Gosh, she was just complaining to me about laundry like 10 minutes ago.
I was like, I was cussing a lot about it. I was like, I'm so tired of doing this.
It's so much. It's so much. So the tasks and the laundry was not done. I mean, I hired the cleaners to come this morning, and then I get this
Yeah.
call from him yesterday saying, "Guess what? Today he was supposed to come back tonight." So I'm like, I'm going to finish all my things today. Love pressure. He came back one night early. Last night he
No,
texted me, he's like, "I just got on the flight." And I'm like, "No, I mean, I'm
you're
excited to see
supposed to
you."
be gone.
So he comes home, there's 4 loads of laundry not done or, not folded and put away. It was just hilarious. And I'm like, okay, I need this conversation with you guys today so that we can learn like tiny tasks and getting started. And you're so right. It really is just like hit one thing and then you get that dopamine. And then it's like you have that motivation to keep going. And I think you guys
Absolutely.
like talk to us about how you feel like this aligns with self-care.
I think it's really easy to not put yourself first, whether you're a parent or not. It's really easy just to stay busy with work or whatever it is. We all know that feeling when we walk into our home and we're immediately overwhelmed. And that's your nervous system reacting to, okay, this is like too much for me. When you have that feeling and then you're adding on task on top of that without looking at it with self care as the lens, it's easy, especially for me. Like, I'll just speak to myself. If I'm already overwhelmed and then I'm like, I have to do 10 tasks, and I'm not looking at it as like, okay, I can take care of myself in this. So, whenever you take a beat and you think, okay, let's take laundry. It's like, it's the worst. I legit just need clean clothes. Like, my favorite shirts in the laundry. Okay, how can I take that moment as like a self care type of reflection? And I know it sounds cheesy and it sounds so silly, but it's like, how can you kind of like switch your angle with how you view the task in your home? That's been a really important shift in my life, is because I went from just having me and my son to now I'm in a big blended family. We have 4 kids. There's 7 of us at times in our house, and it's really easy for me to feel very overwhelmed with everything that needs to get done. And so I started feeling like very upset all the time because I was like, there's too much to do. I'm just one person. But instead of feeling like I have to knock it all out, I was like, okay, I'm just going to take one step at a time. How can I like make sure my nervous system feels okay doing this? It's just like putting some music on and feeling I'm taking 5 minutes for myself to feel better. Okay, I don't have to rush through this. I can take a little bit of time and tackle this thing that I've been putting off forever.
We don't talk enough about how it affects our nervous system and
Yeah.
how it affects our just our mental clarity. So maybe on the opposite end, talk about how it makes it that positive spin when you actually have done those things and you come back to it. How does it redirect your nervous system or just the peace that you might have when you walk into your home and how that affects everything else, like a domino effect?
I'm just speaking for like from my recent like what's been happening in my life. Like I was diagnosed with breast cancer, so I had surgery in the middle of December, and just having surgery, having the holidays, my kids home from school, like I can't even describe it's so much. And I was feeling like so overwhelmed because like I couldn't physically do those things. And literally I like had Meg come to my house and just help me put things away. Like I can't even like describe to you like how much you helping me with that, like what it did for me, because that was like my biggest example of like literally how it calms your nervous system. Because like I think I'm like really I don't think everybody's the same level of being affected by visual clutter. I think some people are very like aware of it and how it bothers them. That's me. And I think like I felt like I was suffocating literally. And I was like, her just like, and that's the thing is like we are organizers. So our homes aren't perfect, but like we have a spot for everything in our house. So she could come in and she was like, okay, where does this go? And I was like, it goes here. And she put it there. And it was like, oh my gosh, like watching her put those things in those places like gave me peace.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, and going through what you're going through. And I'm sure, what's nice to hear is just your raw vulnerability of you guys do this for a living for other people, but then to hear how it affects you. And like, no, we don't all handle it all on our own. Like having your sister come over to help to provide that peace.
Yes.
That's so huge. So
Yeah.
huge.
I mean,
Yeah. And I
it's
think,
like, and it, like, you know how it is after the holidays? Like, there's things that don't have a place in your home yet because they're
yeah,
new or so it's just like,
Yes.
it was all compounded and it was getting insane.
we just don't realize how much it affects us.
Totally. Well, and you guys do this professionally, so I'm sure you're seeing the impact of befores and after. Talk to us about
Yeah.
that transformation with the clients that you work with, how they're feeling, and maybe in other areas of their life before. And then you guys come in, whip things into shape. It's almost like a weight loss transformation, I would think. Like brand new
Yeah, it's
person.
we've done it long enough now that you can like we can easily see the people that we are like giving them like a life-changing thing.
Hmm.
Or we can easily see the people that you're like, oh, if we walk back in this house 4 days from now, it's going to look like how it did before. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe they're just to that point, but kids give the best reactions.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. It's like whenever we do playrooms, because playrooms can be insane, and we come in, we give everything a home and a system. And like the kids will come home and they're just so excited because like it's almost like they've always wanted that. It's like that. I think because like when they're at school, everything has a system and a place. And when they come home, it's like, oh my gosh, everything's insane. And so when we do playrooms, I mean, they're just so overjoyed, and it is just the best. We're like, can we just do playrooms? So they're just like little humans that like they're like, I want to find my favorite toy, and it makes it easier for them. And so it's the best.
Well, it's almost like new toys probably for them. Like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this
Yeah,
in months. And hey,
Yeah, and
now
it's
I have it
like
absolutely.
home.
getting rid of like of course they're a lot of times they're not involved in like the getting rid of stuff, but it's like you're taking
No.
out all of the like party favors, McDonald's, Happy Meal toys and stuff, like the stuff they don't care about, but it all starts to pile up. So then when you take all of that away, they're left with the stuff that they actually like care about.
Yeah.
So we love how you are more advocates of progress over perfection, especially when it comes with the little people in our lives. Can you give us some tips? Chelsea and I both have two kids. She has two, like middle school and high school. I have a middle school and kindergartner.
Yeah.
What are some tips that you can give us moms for that progress over perfection or just that mindset? Because whenever they do clean up, it's like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Like if the cleaners come or if I've done some stuff in here that we're organizing, oh, I love what you did with my room. What are tips that we can tell our kids or motivate them to make it fun? Do you have any like tips for us moms out here just trying to survive?
I feel like our kids were so small when we started our business. So I'm like, gosh, we've been like ingraining it in them, I
Yeah,
feel
we're
like
like,
for
you will
so
be this.
long. But I mean, I think the biggest tip is like, and I don't know how motivating or how fun this is, but I feel like my kids really appreciate everything that they have having a spot. Like that seems like so duh. Like of course, like that's what organizing is, but I feel like both of my kids really they're like, okay, where can I put this? My son wants like his stuff to be like well taken care of. He doesn't want anybody to mess with like his stuff. So it's like if I give him a bin and it's like this is where this goes, he's like motivated to put it
Yeah.
back there because like it has a spot. But like I said, he might be a little bit of like a perfectionist too, so I don't know how valid that is.
I think like one of my favorite things to tell, like especially like our followers or clients is, and like it again, these are simple things, but I feel like sometimes people think it's not like perfect enough or good enough, so they don't want to do it. But I'm like, no, this helps you stay sane is like having like a bin per child, even if it's like a cute basket, but like I'm all about baskets. Like let's have a cute basket by the back door, the front door that has like their shoes in it or like their little crap that they get, it's like fill it up. Like you can like let that be your boundary, right? Okay, once this basket is okay, my son's name's Elliot, so I'm like, okay, Elliot, once this basket is full of all the little things that you've brought home, it's time to go through it. It's like it gives you that visual limit of like, okay, we can't keep shoving stuff in it for months to come. We need to like take the time. So I feel like saying, hey, let's have a catch-all bin. That's totally fine. Like, it's like, I feel like people don't want to do that because they're like, oh, it's one more thing I have to take care of. But I'm like, but it gets all those little bits and piles off of like your counter or off the floor. And like each kid has it. And then it's their responsibility, and if they need help, like we can go through it with them. My son has always been, again, I think because it's so ingrained in them, but he really likes going through his stuff. And I mean, I just tell him like if it's a toy, he's not really into toys, so I'm kind of like it's sad that he's not, but it's also kind of lucky because I don't have to like fight him over it. But I'll just say like some other kid might love this, if you were to donate it or give it to another little friend, like they might find that joy in it again. And I feel like kind of putting it towards like someone else can like love this like you once loved it. I feel like that's motivation for them to like purge their stuff. I like letting my son be a part of it because I really do want his input, but like Ia's son is a little different. Like he has a hard time letting go, so it's like we have to kind of go about it differently of like how do we purge these things, how do we convince them that it's time to move on. And
Yeah, like I
also,
have one of each. Like my daughter is all about like she's like, let's go through my clothes, get rid of what I don't like. And my son is
yeah,
like, absolutely not. Nothing can leave my room.
yeah,
I have the same thing, Erin. It's like we all get one of each, and you get to learn how each works. Like my son can be in a total mess and he's fine with it. Bella, if her bed's not made, she's gonna have a panic attack.
yeah.
So
She's like, oh no.
I get
I
it.
know. It's like, I think that's like what's hard is like every kid is different. So I think it's just like knowing kind of the personality you're dealing with. And, again, just having a catch all bin and separating out like mementos from daily use items. I feel like kids always collect like all this random stuff. And it's like, okay, if this is a memento or if this is something
What's
super
here?
special to you, what can
Yeah.
we do with that? Can we put it on display? Can we put it in a little memento box? But it doesn't need to be like with your underwear or your socks. It's like making kind of going back to what Ia said, making sure everything has a spot, even the random bits. Like Ia made a video, like what was it, like 2 years ago, that went viral because it was like just a little clear drawer that had divided bins in it to put like rocks that your kid brings into the house. It's like, oh, here's a stick they brought in. Okay, let's put it in the drawer. I feel like it makes them feel special because they're like, oh, you care about that random thing I brought into the house. So it's just
Yeah.
giving everything a home, even the random stuff, I feel like is great.
That's such a good tip. Everything has a place. Like that alone, I feel like could solve so many
Yeah.
pieces of the puzzle. Something I saw on your story, and I love this for kids, but also for adults of like, don't know where to start. Talk to us about this jar that you have.
I am amped about this jar. I was like, I'm going to do this because I feel like this is perfect. So we were thinking about all those like little small tasks that people put off. And, we're like, I know I get to the place where I'm like, man, I'm kind of bored. Like I should probably do something around the house, but what do I do first? So we came up with like this 3-page printable that basically it has all these like random tasks on it, like going through your mismatched socks or cleaning off your kitchen counter, cleaning off your dresser, because we all pile stuff. So basically it's just like and you can fill out your own stuff on it as well, but you cut it up, fold it, and put it in this jar. And so if you're ever bored or you feel like you don't know where to start, you just go to your jar and then you pick it out and then you have a little task. But none of them are like, it's not going to take hours to do any of these tasks. It's like those random tasks that probably take 5 to 10 minutes, but we just put off. And so it's
Love
just a
that.
way to kind of get started with like these pre-answered slips of paper that you're like, okay, I can go do this. And it's literally not going to ruin my day because it's only 5 to 10 minutes. And I feel like typically we have that if we're like ready to like tackle something.
And I feel like too, sorry, I just thought of something that it's like you could probably like have your kids help you with something like that too. Like they could pick something like since they like we
Yeah.
made it be something like small and quick and doable that it's like they could help with something like that too. I feel like
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
be motivating.
Well, we
Yeah.
struggle with, I was just having this conversation with my husband this morning, and I got influenced to get that skylight calendar. I don't know if you've seen that all over Instagram.
Yes.
So I'm like adding tasks so the kids could do things. And they both play sports, they both have homework. We're in that state of life. And to his point, I mean, he's like, but they need to help. And I'm like the mom who's like, I just want to take care of everyone. I'll clean everything.
Yeah, it's fine.
Love this because it's so true. I always think they need to be good roommates, right? We've all had a bad roommate. Like, I'm not
Yes.
going to raise a kid that's a bad roommate. But this is
Yeah.
perfect for like a 5-minute task. And again, for adults or kids. But I love the fact that it's like, it's something that they can check it off. They get the dopamine hit of, oh, okay, I helped, I contributed. Or,
Yeah.
if it's for one of us, like we get that. Like, okay, maybe I didn't do the full shoe closet, but I did, get rid of the mismatched socks. That feels good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it
Yes.
feels great. It's like just knowing you accomplished something. Like I feel like we need that as humans. Is like, okay, like I did do something that helps me and takes care of me in general. Because I know, like, when I have like those random piles, whether it's like that random pile of clean laundry laying there that just needs to be put up, or the random socks in a basket in the laundry room, as women, that stays in our head. We know what needs to be done, but sometimes we just need a little bit of like a fun activity to like take care of it. And I feel like that's like what we want to help people with, because I feel like we're in a great spot with home organization and even like home styling right now, because I feel like it's all about intentionality. It's all about those little things that make the biggest difference. Where I honestly feel like even like a year or two ago, everything was about perfection. I feel like society is moving away from that. We're trying to get back to like the 90s version of our lives of like, how can things be simple? How can I feel good with like these little tasks that I need to take care of? How do I have my home? Like, I just remember like when we grew up, our home just felt so good to me. Like our parents were great. I felt like it was cozy. And like, I want that for our kids. And trying to explain to them like it doesn't come like naturally. Like you have to take care of your space. And when you take care of it, you really in return are taking care of yourself and the people in your home. And that's like just so what we believe and what we want to help people get to. It's not just a place where you eat and sleep. This is where you can dwell and be cozy and happy and be together. And I feel like that's like what we're trying to like help people get to.
I love that. Now, I know you guys work with people in person and you do consult calls, but you also, we touched on this quickly, but I want to dive into it. You wrote a book. Tell us about your book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote a book. It's called Tidying Up. We just wanted it to be really simple and straightforward. Like that was our biggest thing from the get-go. Like just what we've said this whole time. Like we want it to be doable, like we don't want people to feel overwhelmed. So we basically did like 10 tips per like room of your home, and it's like 10 spaces. So it's just like we lay it out like here's 10 tips for that space. Here's what, like we even give a list of like here's are the items that we suggest. Like you don't have to get all of them, but if you want to make this spot like a little better, here's what we suggest you get for it. And like we just want it to be so simple so that like the busy working mom, I mean, I say moms, that's, like that our target demographic is moms, but it's like a busy working mom, a busy stay at home mom, like all those, like it's just things that you feel like you can do and you're not having to like sit down and read this like massive book before you can actually do it.
Yeah, and it's like if you can go to whatever chapter you want to work on first. So like the first chapter in it is the laundry room because we think starting there is great, but if you're like, "Oh, my laundry room's fine. I need to go to like the primary closet." You can flip to that and there's like very tangible, quick ways that you can tackle it and just feel like, okay, again, it's like taking it to where that person that's reading it can like really envision what they need to do. And I feel like I just really like that because I feel like, our book doesn't have pictures, but we really explain things really well in it because we wanted people to like really visualize their own life.
Mm.
That, okay, it doesn't have to look just like this to get organized. You can just take these steps, maybe use these products, and your home can be transformed and you can feel so much better. So yeah, we have been so excited because whenever we released our book, we were just trying to think of like who is that target person, and it really is like the person that just is struggling, the person that has never really tried to get tidy before, or maybe they did, but it didn't like work out for them. Because it's like we just try to break it down even more to where it's like, okay, this is relatable. You're not alone. You just got to get started somewhere. And so we really tried to break it down for the reader to where it just takes a little bit at a time.
I love the fact that you said it doesn't have pictures in it because I was imagining pictures in it. But
Yeah.
then when you said that, comparison is the thief of joy. And so if you're
Yes.
looking at it being like, oh, I'll never have that primary closet or I'll never have this or that looking this way, then you're
Yeah.
almost like stopping your tracks and you won't finish it, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're like,
Yeah.
I don't have this massive walk-in closet with, like all this space, and it's like, we don't,
Yeah.
neither of
Yeah.
us
I'm
have
like, I
that.
don't either.
Yeah.
So it's like we are those people, like we both live in older homes where they did not do that then. And
Yeah.
so it's like, it's almost like, yeah, we work for a lot of people who do have that, and that's lovely and they're beautiful, but we don't have that. So it's
Yeah.
it's almost like Yeah, just making sure everyone could do it for their space.
Yes, yeah, because I mean, yeah, what you said, like comparison, it's like the worst thing, you know. I feel like that's like again, like what I was just saying. It's like a year or two ago, perfection, I feel like was everything because we just wanted everything to be perfect and wonderful and like magazine worthy, but that's not tangible for everyone, mostly anyone at all. And so it's like we really, I bet that's like our biggest message is that anyone can get organized. Everyone deserves it. Every single one deserves to feel good in their house when they walk in. And don't let anyone take that away from you. You know, like just you can have it. And because I think some women think, "Oh, I can't take time for that, or it's not worth it, or, you know, it's just going to get messy." But it's like, no, girl, like you can feel so good in your home. Just allow yourself that. And that's what we want people to have so badly.
Oh, I love that message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now how can people find you, reach out to you, learn more about you? I know you do one-on-one calls, right? You don't have to be in Nashville.
Yeah, correct. So we just launched that. I need to talk about it more, but yeah, people can call us, get kind of like tips, tricks on like a tough space. Like maybe they've organized their pantry a little bit, but it's not finalized. Like we can help them like get it solidified. But yeah, people can reach out on Instagram or Facebook. We have a whole website. So we are the Tidy Home Nashville. On Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. But yeah, people go to our website, thetidyhomenashville.com. There's a ton of resources there. If people were to buy our book, we actually have a whole section of products that go with each chapter. So if you get kind of lost on like, okay, what are they talking about when it comes to this product? You can go to the website and find everything you need there. We just are trying to make it as easy as possible for people. And I think people are really enjoying that resource just because people are always like, what do I buy first? I'm like,
That was going to be my
don't.
question.
Yeah.
Because I haven't gone through your storefronts. I know you guys have them. And we're going to link everything below. So we'll have a link to your
Awesome.
book. We'll have a link to your website, to Instagram. But I have a pantry that I need to know, like, how do I organize my pantry? So you have storefronts, links, all the things. Because
Yeah.
I will walk into the Container Store and I don't know where to start. I don't know where to Amazon's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
So you've done the work for us.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. We did the work. Like again, it's not like we've been doing this for 20 years, but 7 years in like the organizing world's a long time. And we have learned the products we love and the products we despise. And so we're like, please do not buy this thing. And it's not because it's ugly or anything. It's just because it does not work as well as you hope it will. So we just try to put the things on there that we're like, no matter what, just
Like tried
get
and
these
true.
things, tried
Oh,
and true things,
love it.
like just get this. So yeah, if you go to our website, it says shop by chapter. So you can go to the laundry room chapter, find the products we love, go to the pantry chapter, you can find those items. And that way it just takes the guesswork out of it. And I will say, most of our stuff comes from like Walmart or Amazon or Target, and some the Container Store, but we really try hard to make it super affordable for every single person.
Love that. I love
Yeah.
that. This podcast is called the Bright Side Up podcast. So every guest that we have come on, we love to ask, how do you live your life bright side up?
I love that. I think for me, I'll answer first. For me, I just really try to take things as they come and just try to stick. I try to be in a pretty good mood all the time just because I just try not to let things like rub me the wrong way, you know. I try not to read into things and I just try to like protect my who I am. And so I feel like just living with like a good outlook most of the time has really helped me daily. And I know like easier said than done, but I'm a pretty glass like half full kind of woman. And so just trying to stay in that no matter kind of what's going on and just trying to be optimistic. That's like, I feel like I'm really proud of being that way. So I just try to stay in that. And if like obviously things come up that make me mad or whatever it is, I just try to like really view life through the lens of empathy and just patience, you know, just giving grace to people and myself.
Yeah.
Mine is pretty similar to that. She stole it. No, I've had, like I said, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November, and then like 10 years ago, I had a spontaneous like heart attack, had open heart surgery, all this stuff. So the last 10 years has just been crazy. And I feel like I was just talking to my husband about this. Like, I feel like you have to like just say, like, what's the next right thing, like, to do?
Mhm.
Like, even in those situations, like, I feel like I've been in like some scary situations where decisions are like they're life changing, you know? So I feel like instead of like getting bogged down and feeling like depressed about that, like if you can stay in the mind frame of just like, what's the next right thing for me to do with this? I feel like it keeps you with like bright outlook. It gives you like something to do instead of just like dwelling in the unknown and like getting really scared. And not that those things aren't there, they are. But I just feel like it keeps like the momentum going so you don't get stuck in that.
Yeah.
That's so huge. And you just feel that through the screen from both of you guys. Like you're such bright light.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Well, thank you, girls, for taking time out of your day to come be guests of ours. And we just told you guys before we started, but these are our first video guests, you guys, on the podcast.
Yay.
So thank you for being an important part of our podcast chapter. And we just can't wait to see where you guys go from here.
Thank you so
guys so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.